Okay, we got a pretty basic Choir of One Void build here. So essentially I'm running Sentinel Shield here, mainly because our exotic is going to be Doomfang Pauldrons. Doomfang Pauldrons states with defeating targets with Void damage, has a chance to grant an escalating bonus to damage with Void weapons. Defeating targets with Void melee grants super energy. While Sentinel Shield is active, defeating targets with melee attacks recharges shield throw, which extends your super on hitting a target. We don't particularly care about that last part, but it's a nice little bonus. So essentially, what we're doing here is we're taking advantage of that extra void damage, so we don't actually have to run any damage increasing mods for our gun, which means that we're not time limited to it. Our power charges can go towards something else. And we're trying to boost up Choir of One here. I know it's a special weapon, but you'll have practically unlimited ammo, and even if you run out, we have some stuff to help with that later. So jumping into the build here, we're running Sentinel Shield, of course, to combo with our exotic. Then we have Towering Barricade, but that's just my preference. You can run Rally Barricade if you prefer it. I just tend to find this to be a little bit safer. I prefer Strafe Lift. You can use whatever you'd like here. Shield Throw to make sure that we're taking full advantage of our exotic here. As far as Shield Bash goes, it's helpful, but it's not going to work with the exotic. So I want to make sure we're working with this. I'm choosing Scatter Grenade for the lower cooldown, however Vortex Grenade does work here. If you would prefer that, it's a little bit more consistent because it does suck in the enemies. For our aspects, we're going to Controlled Demolition just so we can get some more Void Kabloomies. We're going with Offensive Bulwark, so that way when we have our Overshield, we're getting some faster recharge times. Off of our fragments, we're going with Persistence, which is void buffs applied to you have an increased duration. That just gives us a little bit longer to make sure that our Devour can proceed on to the next time we get a kill. Echo Starvation, picking up a Void Breach or an Overpower grants Devour, just to make sure that we can actually get Devour. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds to your Void weapons with Echo of Instability. This is to make it so that we can get just plenty more Void explosions after throwing a grenade, which we want to do as often as possible, hence the shorter cooldown Scatter Grenade. And then we finally have Echo of Expulsion, Void Ability, Final Blows cause targets to explode. I know we already have Controlled Demolition on there, but it's just too much fun to see everything explode even harder. Now, as far as the mods go, on my helmet, I have a Harmonic Siphon, so we can get Choir of One to actually generate orbs for us. Hands-on, because we'll be throwing our shields, and that'll get us super energy with Doomfang Pauldrons, but we can just capitalize that on even further, and you'll get you super insanely quick. We have Special Ammo Finder to make sure that Choir of One is always topped up. On our hands, we have Momentum Transfer, causing damage to the grenade, reduces your melee cooldown, so that way when we're throwing our grenade, we get our shield back even quicker. We have a Harmonic Loader. I just hate reload times. You could probably swap this if you wanted to do so, but it just makes Choir of One feel so much better. Then I have Impact Induction, so we have that loop there of causing damage with a grenade, now reduces a melee, now reduces your grenade cooldown. On your chest piece, I'm running Harmonic Reserves, just so that Choir of One feels a little bit like it didn't get nerfed as hard in its ammo department. Then I have Harmonic Resistance for the Void Resist and Solar Resistance, but you can swap this out for whatever you're currently facing. Lastly, on the boots, we have Harmonic Scavenger, so that Void weapons get bonus reserves when you're picking up ammo used by that weapon. And I have Invigoration for our melees to get reduced cooldown every time we pick up an Overpower, which we'll be picking up plenty. Absolution, so we can reduce all the abilities when we pick up an Overpower, just getting everything a bit quicker. And then on our class item, I have Bomber and an Outreach mod. So again, we can just get our abilities back into the loop as quickly as possible. Then I have Special Finisher, just in case we run out of ammo entirely, because I love to run double special. You don't have to with this build, but it feels very, very, very easy to do so, and you'll find that ammo is not really an issue. As far as the weapons run, really Choir of One is the only one you actually need to think about firing here. So I put on mine Destabilizing Rounds, mainly because it's just an easy passive way to get the volatile rounds going, and it feels like it's just more consistent this way rather than always having to throw your grenade. And this thing kills so quickly that it already feels like you have volatile rounds because you're killing everything in 2 to 3 shots anyways. essentially I'm just running an edge transit here just for auto-loading bait and switch for anything really beefy that comes up that I don't want to spend the special ammo on. And then I also have the mountaintop. It's just a quick, easy slam of damage for anything else that's even super beefy. Alright, let's get into the gameplay. As you can see, Choir of One already hits insanely hard. We already have an orb. These are red bars, and it's just hitting so hard, and we don't even proc volatile rounds yet. But it feels like we have volatile rounds with this thing, with destabilizing rounds. There's another orb. We just don't care, because we got Devour. We can just truck on through. Everything's just dying so quickly in here. This gun hits like a truck, and then we're making it have the ×4 damage multiplier, or not ×4, sorry, the 4th tier of damage multiplier, which I believe is 27%. And it just feels so easy and perfect to use. It's just an auto rifle, and it just obliterates everything in here so quickly. I have so much ammo left. It's just easy. This is a build that's very comfortable, and you get your shield back so quickly. You can just throw a grenade there to actually try to get some volatile rounds, and it just makes it hit even harder. It's an ad clearing machine. I know it's not Seasoned the Void right now, but it feels super good. And then there's going to be a beefier target here, and you can just knock it out like that. There you go.